good I can't think of what the skill is called.
Solving skills.
Yes, amazing problems. And then a guy who's a good farmer or a good gardener, he has amazing connections with nature, which is another thing that for thousands of years that is a good sign in a man.
And I'm an earth sign and
so
an earth girl.
so those two things, man, it's just something that I think a lot of women like.
Yeah, I personally
another chat.
I like a Bob the Builder, so
Yeah.
that's what I call them, Bob the Builder.
Yeah, y'all just don't become Bob the Builder for a broke guy. That's all. That's the only thing I really hate it whenever women be trying to build a Bob.
Does anybody else want to answer this before I do?
Zentians.
No, I
definitely.
Oh yeah.
We got to give a
Zentians.
shout out to my dude Zentians.
Dude, Zentians, thank you again for the other 50,
definitely-
bro.
Please go first. I got something to say.
Why are women empowered or boss babes for doing OnlyFans, having an older man sugar daddy, but when a man pursues a younger woman, he's grooming or a pedo? Last I checked, they're both consenting adults, or is 18-year-old not an adult capable of their own decisions? That's true. They are capable of their own decisions at 18. You can go to jail at that age.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're about to kill me.
There is an age frame to that. We're not
Yeah.
saying that every guy that is attracted to a younger woman is grooming or is a pedo. It's 40 going for 18-year-old. That's okay. What
It's
are your
all about
intentions?
intention.
It's all about
intentions.
You
Is
know?
what they all agreed that is intentions.
It's not about. We're not automatically labeling you as a groomer or a pedo.
Having an older man or sugar.
I want to kind of touch on the whole 18 thing. Like I said, I was 17 when I got pregnant with my oldest by a guy that's about 10 years older than me. At 18, 17, 19, you don't really have too many life experiences. And it's like, yeah, you can say that you've done this, you've done that, but you really haven't experienced life. You haven't experienced dating. You don't really know until you get a little bit older and wiser, and then you can make that discernment. But when you're 40, 50, even 30, going after 18-year-olds and you don't have the right intention, you're taking advantage of the fact that they don't know anything.
Exactly.
The big thing, guys, that we got to realize is for thousands of years, like, women weren't vetting their husbands. They weren't vetting the men. So if y'all want to know why women have such a hard time picking men today, it's because there's nobody to help you. Whereas before, your dad helped you, your uncles, your brothers. You had all these people helping you vet to make sure he wasn't a scam artist. Because guys are fucking scammers. Yes. Women fall in love with their ears. Men fall in love with their eyes. So guys can sit there and lie their way into a box. Yeah, guys are. This is what we're good at. We're good manipulators. That's what we were. That's what we're wired to do, is be very good at manipulating. So you have to be very, very careful. But since there's no men helping anymore, situations like that happen all the time. But yeah, back in the day, a 40-year-old man could go and get an 18-year-old and trade fucking 10 calves to the dad, you know? And like it was all arranged. It was all arranged, but at the same time it was safer too. It was fucked up, but it was safer at the same time.
I understand and agree with that. And I really just want to touch on where he said, why are women empowered or boss babes for doing it? As far as the OnlyFans comment,
intention.
It's really just intention, because a woman can be a boss babe for being on OnlyFans, because at the end of the day, like, women we're stepping into that age where we're being more empowered with our own bodies. So if a woman makes the decision that she wants to show her body and men decide they want to get on there and pay for it, that is 100% her choice. And if she's making $1 million off of it a month, then yes, she is a boss babe. If you have an 18-year-old who doesn't have any experiences in life and she decides off of her own strength that she wants to date an older man, and he's taking her to every country that she's ever wanted to go to, and he's giving her money, and he's like, okay, go buy you some skirts, and she's pocketing some of that money and putting it into whatever she wants to do as far as business ventures or anything else, yes, she is a boss babe. So if that's what she decides she wants to do, that's perfectly fine. At 18 years old, what do you really know? Because like I said, I dated a 31-year-old when I turned 18, and what did I really know? Because now I'm looking back at that and I'm just like, what is it that he wanted? So again, like they said, it is intention, because if you're 30, 40, and you're dating an 18-year-old, her intentions are to get life experiences and have fun, and she's obviously attracted to you. What are your intentions?
Well, I feel bad for. I hope nobody is ever encouraging women to want to become OnlyFans girls.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not encouraging that. I was just saying.
It's just super bad for mental health, man.
Me personally, no.
Yeah. Any women shouldn't be doing that.
That's not what we're doing.
I got a quick question, real quick, about that. For the ladies, who do you think is more valuable? A woman with 2 kids, one father of those kids, married, or a single woman, let's say 23, on OnlyFans making $1 million a month? Who do you think is more valuable when it comes to a long-term
Do you
relationship
mean
as far as being a
monetary?
woman?
I was just about to say, what is your
I can
definition of
answer
valuable?
that. You know,
As a
Well,
woman.
it's a
As a
personal thing from
woman,
yourself. What
if
is
you
more?
say long term, I feel like reputation is everything, and like if you're trying to build a legacy, that's everything. You know, so I would go with the woman that has the 2 kids,
And a husband.
and a husband, because you're building a legacy. You know,
Yep.
so
I agree.
that's
with,
everything. That's way more valuable than fast money.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Fast
as
money
well.
comes with slow problems.
I agree
Man.
with that as well because also like a lot of men they don't really want their woman being seen by everybody. That's a big pride thing. They take pride in.
Yeah, I actually really want to go into something because you just said that. There's something that a lot of women at these tables always really hate. Because once again, we got to go back to how we're hardwired. Okay, y'all are hardwired to want the provider. I explained to you why because your mental, you're always thinking about having a possible baby and you'd have to possibly take care of it, you and it. So that's why you are hardwired that way. But guys, we are hardwired. Shit, I can't wait. What did you say just a second ago?
That they don't want a lot of men seeing like.
Okay, yeah. So we're hardwired for loyalty. That is everything to us. Because what did we couldn't tell whose the baby was for a very long time. We didn't get those technical skills until the last 100 years. Okay, so we were able to know whose kids were ours. So loyalty is absolutely so massive to a man. It is everything to us because we couldn't tell what loyalty was for a long time.
Right.
Like we didn't have any tests or anything. So our mentality is like, all right, if she has an Instagram with thousands of followers and she's getting this many DMs, okay, that's gonna be too hard to make loyal. Okay, so she's in the fuck only category. We're not gonna make her a relationship girl. But here it goes to more things. Okay, we're also very crazy about loyalty of y'all going on girls trips. You think a guy who's trying to protect his woman wants his girl going somewhere in a country that's a random country where there's literally people there that watch for women to come in groups of women so they can try to traffic them and do stuff to them and hurt them, grape them, all those type of things. You gotta understand, men really don't want women doing certain things. Going out on girls' nights, this is something that is heavily debated at this table. Tons of women hate all 3 of those things when I bring them up. But if you really want to know what men really want, they really want a woman that doesn't go and do those type of things.
Definitely.
But most men
That's
can't say it.
true.
Most men,
That's very
Hey,
true.
yeah, most men can't say this because you gotta make a certain income to even say this.
Before we continue on, we got another super chat from Zentians.
Oh
Man.
yeah,
Shout
dude,
out
I
to
gotta
you,
read
bro.
this again, man. $50.
Okay.
Dentians, thank you, bro. If she doesn't have enough life experience, she should be absolved of the consequences of her own decisions. Then why should any 18-year-old be given the full legal benefits of adulthood? Actions have consequences, not when you feel like it. Hypocrites.
May I?
What is he
May I?
saying? I don't
Yeah,
get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I got him.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
May
go
I?
ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, when you turn 18, you're right. You know those are so example, I'm 18, you're right. If I decided to date that 32-year-old, you're right. That was my consequence. I learned that through experience of being with him. But at the end of the day, when I turned 18, I was a senior in high school. Like most people who turn 18, they're seniors in high school. You're just going into the real world. You're just getting these real life experiences. At the end of the day, yes, you have some people who've had a hard knock life and they didn't get that experience as younger people being taken care of and all of that. But there are a lot of people all the way up until 18, they're being taken care of. They don't have to make those hard decisions because they have parents and people above them who will do that for them. So when you turn 18, you have to make your own decisions officially by yourself. You're gonna fuck up and you're gonna make mistakes. So no, I shouldn't be absolved of the consequences. You're right. I had to deal with those consequences because that was a part of my life experiences. But at the end of the day, when I was 18, I didn't know what was going on then.
You grow wiser.
You grow wiser from that. So no, it doesn't make me a hypocrite. It makes me somebody who learned from my experiences, and now I'm explaining what I experienced and what I don't want others to experience. I was 18 and I dated a 32-year-old man because I thought it was okay and I was attracted to him and I felt like he was attracted to me. Now I look back and I'm trying to figure out why this 32-year-old man wanted anything to do with an 18-year-old woman.
God damn, can you take a breath? Shit.
No, she
You about to pass the fuck out.
But,
God.
hey guys, this is why you need help. You need help vetting, guys. This is why we talk about so much. You need help from your parents sometimes, man.
So
And
I just
feel
got
like
one thing.
I really want to circle back on like that loyalty thing that you were
I do
saying
too.
about like men don't want their women doing certain things, but when it comes to like restricting their life, experiences like traveling and stuff like that, I feel like that's not really dealing with loyalty itself, but dealing with your insecurities.
Insecurities?
And stuff.
Okay, yeah. This is what I hear.
Loyalty is a two-way street, and that's something that's earned.
See, this is what's crazy though, because all I did was just tell y'all a preference that men have. Okay, And what happens when men give a preference for what they want in women? We get hit with shaming language. You're insecure. What's crazy?
It wasn't
What's
that
crazy though
it
is
was
if y'all said,
insecure.
but
It's okay. It's
it's a
perfectly fine to
no,
prefer
but
a loyal woman. Everybody wants somebody.
I
that's
just want
loyal
you to
them.
understand though,
But
this is
it's
very
when you go
normal.
into details saying like we don't want y'all, going out on a girls trip. Like
Yeah, so why don't so let me explain to you why though, because there's
no,
obviously reasons why.
We know why.
Because men are insecure.
It's more. It's deep rooted than just loyalty. Because you can have loyalty with the person, but if you're still saying like, oh, I don't want you doing this, and that, like you're restricting her life experiences because of.
Let's get something straight though. Like peel layer back for 1 second. Everything is a boundary. Okay, so my girl is more than welcome.
So your boundaries are she can't go on a girls trip.
Yes, this is the deal. It's a boundary. She's more than welcome to do whatever she wants, but if she crosses the boundary, the relationship is over. And let me get something straight. Most relationships, guys do not have this power. Most 90% of relationships, the guy is broke. He's a normal dude. He's a beta. He's just a normal guy who doesn't hold any boundaries in his relationship.